I keep telling y'all, the election of Trump in 2016 unleashed these white racists to do whatever they want, and there's absolutely no accountability. Well, there was a hearing today in the Michigan Senate with regard a proposed bill to ban firearms from the state capitol. And listen to this racist testify in front of this committee. Check this out.
Targets. Let's be very clear. This is legislation that targets white people. It is racial because the people who carry in the Capitol are primarily white. People who have CPLs are primarily white. And this is retaliation for the only demographic that overwhelmingly voted to support Donald Trump. And that is why it is being taken out on us, because you don't like us, and that's how it is. If we want to address gun violence, we would be focusing on the people who bring guns into communities and shoot people, like where I live in Detroit and where you represent, Stephanie Chang, which are overwhelmingly 13 to 34-year-old Sub-Saharan African niggers. Those are the people who...
Move on.
I am testifying.
Thank you for your
testimony.
testimony.
Not timed out.
Yep, and
Make sure she don't...
All right, So the response is move on. No. Now, this is the tweet here. Give me 1 second. The guy's name, Avi Rachlin, Avirachlin. He is a representative for Groypers for America. That is the group of Nick Fuentes, the racist supporter. So he has no problem. Oh, no. You go after the Sub-Saharan N-words. This is who they are. I keep telling everybody, Greg, hoods off, sheets off. Ain't no reason to hide because one of theirs is in the White House. And he brought a lot more of his hood-loving friends with him.
Yeah, correct me if I misheard, Roland. Did he say he lived in Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That's beautiful. Avi, get your little bird chest up, go down on 8 Mile, say that shit again. See, what these guys don't understand is that winning Joe Rogan podcast, listening to these incels on social media or on YouTube is not the same as carrying that BS out into the country. And they're going to find out very quickly. I'm not calling for violence. What I'm saying is that it's one thing to say that in the state capitol. It's one thing to say that in Lansing. It's quite another thing to go into the city of Detroit. And the problem you have, Avi Rachlin, is that not only did you do that, it was taped and everybody knows your name now. People are talking about, if you don't like it, why don't you leave this country? That man might have to leave the city. He might have to leave the state. He might have to leave everywhere because
No. He ain't got to leave. He can go to call that black preacher who invited Trump to the church.
The one who's
what's his name? Lorenzo? Is that Lorenzo something? Yeah, call little Lorenzo.
Call your friend.
Call your friend Lorenzo.
Call your little friend. But I will say this though, while we're laughing, Roland, about thinking about it, because we know it's deadly serious, but we also know as black people we've survived a whole lot worse. The ACLU was reporting on a letter that they wrote to Congress, urging Congress, the House of Representatives, of course, we see the MAGA Muppet, because he damn sure looked like a Muppet, looking like Ernie and Bert and Ernie, little MAGA Muppet Mike and his crew, not to pass H.R. 9495. That is a bill that, if passed, would threaten the tax-exempt status of any nonprofit that was accused of disagreeing with the administration. And they call such disagreement terrorist supporting comments. I raise that only because when you say something like that, let's say that bill passed, which I don't think it will. I think now, here's what I'm telling you, the lawyers get involved. People say, well, Trump's got the courts. No. This isn't the point. This is putting the Constitution in direct confrontation with the fascists who have the levers of government. Whether they choose to follow the Constitution or not, once they tear this thing up, you won't be able to put it back together. And somebody sitting like that in public talking about Sub-Saharan as if that were an insult N-words, which of course is an insult, yeah, you let them get their way in terms of persecuting people for terroristic supporting action. Guess what? Those laws work all kind of ways, and you might not like what happens when you unleash the beast in these kind of circumstances.
Reese, Nikki Barnes of Florida asked the question, hey, has Trump appointed any blacks to his cabinet? This was somebody's response. I had to laugh at that one. Come on, guys. That's what's on my iPad. Thank you. They said this is the only black cabinet you're going to see with Trump. I got a kick out of that one, Reese.
Well, we know that Trump like his white cabinet shell, but that was very clever, very good. I'm just trying to figure out where the wokeness was in that video, because I saw a motherfucker sit up there and say the N-word hard R.
Yeah, he did.
And I didn't see no woke-ass response. All these white folks run around claiming how there's such a backlash to racism. Everybody's so woke. You can't even say nothing. This motherfucker just sat up there and said the N-word and nobody busted him in his shit. So all this stuff about wokeness and anxiety around is too much, calling out the racism, I didn't see it. Not in that video. I ain't seeing it happening right now. So I think people need to just shut the fuck up about this woke shit. And I think that people need to have more consequences and make people feel a little bit less comfortable to say those kinds of things. You might be able to get away with it in front of these decorum-loving, civility-loving legislators. But as soon as you walk outside, those homeboys and those young black males and those Sub-Saharan N-words should be waiting for you to bust you in your shit.
I think Reese may have been looking for this response, y'all.
Are you kidding me? Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Where you from? Where the fuck you from, nigga? You from here? Get the fuck out of here. You a clown, nigga. Oh, God, you a clown, nigga. You from here? You a clown. So you gonna smack me with that? Smack. Smack me. Smack me, nigga. Come on, get it. Drop it. Oh.
Yeah, you got yours, buddy.
Call me another fucking nigga. I don't give a fuck. All right, man, you learn his lesson, man. I know you call me another nigga.
I think that's what Reese was thinking about, Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you hear that voice in the background. Hey, you got him. How about shut up? This Dylan Roof thing, when Dylan Roof did his thing, you notice he does it at like some church where people are having Bible study. This is what these guys always do. And to Greg's point, you're not standing in Detroit on a street corner. You do it at some hearing. And to Reese's point, nobody says anything.
Hi, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Fanbase is a free-to-download, free-to-use, next-generation social media platform that allows anyone to have followers and subscribers on the same page. Fanbase was built through investment dollars from equity crowdfunding from the Jobs Act. People just like you help build Fanbase, and we're looking for more people to help build Fanbase. We are currently raising $17 million in a Regulation A crowdfund on Start Engine. We've already crossed $2.1 million, but we're looking to raise more capital from people just like you that deserve the opportunity to invest in early-stage startups without having to be accredited investors. So right now, I'd like you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase right now, today. And then use Fanbase to connect with friends, grow your audience, and be you without limits.